20 years ago, there were only 200 multi-site churches across the United States. But by 2019, that number grew to more than 5,000. Then again, the concept of one church meeting in multiple locations isn't new. It began in Acts 2 with the Church of Jerusalem. In this video, we'll walk through some of the key questions and necessary steps for launching an effective multi-site campus. But before we get into that, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button on the screen. Here at the Unstuck Group, our goal is to help pastors like you grow healthy churches by guiding them to align their vision, their strategy, their team, and action. With every tool and process we develop, our priority is to help churches help people meet and follow Jesus. We're here to help you get your church unstuck. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video. Regardless of your unique context and strategy, there's 6 common questions every church considering multi-site must address. Purpose, why are we doing this? Provision, what will it cost? Pastor, who will lead this? Programming, what will we replicate? Place, where will we meet? And people, who will be part of launching the campus. So let's start with number 1, clarifying your purpose. You replicate who you are, and that's why it's important to first clarify whether or not your church is healthy enough to move forward with multi-site. If you are, the next step is to define your why. For multi-site to work, everyone has to be on the same page about why the church is engaging this strategy from day one. The right reasons for going multi-site might include reaching more people, increasing outreach, maximizing resources, and increasing volunteer engagement. The wrong reasons would be because every other church is doing it, or because you think it will help reverse the plateau or decline of your church. And spoiler alert, it won't. In fact, if it's done for the wrong reasons, multi-site can wreck your church. Once you've gained alignment around the heart and purpose of why your church is pursuing multi-site, it's time to choose your model. When determining your model, it's important to keep in mind the goal of multi-site. To be one church in multiple locations. It's not to be multiple churches in multiple locations. Multi-site models exist on a spectrum from identical to autonomous, from a franchise model approach to a local expression approach to church planting, which, to be clear, is different from multi-site. This phase is also when you'll need to decide between video and live teaching. And we'll dive into the characteristics, pros and cons of each of these models in our video on multi-site structure best practices. But for now, it's worth noting that creating replicable ministry strategies, particularly in regards to weekend services and spiritual formation, provides significant advantages for multi-site churches. After choosing your model, you'll need to begin the process of selecting a campus pastor. And choosing the right campus pastor is arguably the most critical factor for multi-site success. Poor leadership or lack of alignment from that person or this role can doom the campus before it even launches. There are several factors to keep in mind when hiring a campus pastor: vision and mission alignment, relational skills, the ability to lead through others, a bent towards execution, a passion for the community, and the ability to lead as a second chair leader. Although there's room for variation in the campus pastor role, these factors are key. Once again, we'll dive deeper into the campus pastor role in our multi-site structure best practices video. Once you've selected your model and appointed a campus pastor, it's time to identify your first campus location and build a launch team. And this is a big topic, so we won't be able to cover all the intricacies of launching your first campus. We can, however, offer a few best practices and words of advice. When it comes to selecting a location, there are at least 6 factors to consider. First, driving distance. A drive time of 15 to 30 minutes is generally the sweet spot between campuses. Second, go where you already are. Understand where your people are coming from and go there. In fact, map your attendees, where they live, and identify pockets of greater density as potential areas to launch new campuses. Don't go where no one is coming from. That would be a great church planting strategy. The third key factor are design standards. When choosing a facility, make sure it's similar to your original campus or could be renovated to have a similar look and feel. The fourth is location, location, location. When selecting a location, identify if it's in a popular area. Is there a lot of drive-by traffic? Is the community growing? Fifth is differentiation. Does the area you're looking at need a church like yours? Is your approach to ministry and your church style significantly different from what other churches are doing in the area? And lastly, the venue. Does the venue meet your basic needs and facility standards? For example, does it have enough seating capacity, enough children's ministry space, and enough parking? Once you've secured your first location, here are the 3 steps to building and equipping a healthy campus launch team. First, evaluate your current staff and volunteer capacity. Make sure you have leaders with the right character, chemistry, competence, and capacity to fulfill the roles you need. Second, prepare for a launch twice the size of your core team. For a healthy launch, we recommend a core of at least 100 people who live in the area where you want to put a campus. Third, be strategic with staff roles and then empower a lot of volunteers. We recommend hiring 1 full-time staff role for every 150 projected attendees at the campus. And as your campus launch team comes together, be sure to set clear expectations and goals, establish a clear structure and clear processes, invest in training and resources, and make sure to show appreciation early and often. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. If you're looking to take your next step towards multi-site ministry, one of our experienced ministry consultants would love to help your church to find a path forward. To learn more, visit us at unstuckgroup.com and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more church leadership videos like this.